Hello and welcome back to Hayley Quinn's Q&A, where I answer your questions directly. You send them to me, I answer them. I am a little bit behind on production, so if you've sent me your question already, bear with me. I am literally getting through every single one. And thank you so much for your support. If you want to send me a question in, please contact me on Twitter. I'm at Hayley Quinn. Or you can find me on Instagram as Hayley Quinn X and leave me your question in the comments section. And I want to know who you guys are as well. So please send me your questions and your comments on Twitter or Instagram. Today I'm going to be answering 2 questions for you, and I'm going to read the first one out right now. How do you know if a woman in a hospitality industry, example waitress, receptionist, stewardess, is interested in you, or if she's just doing her job very well? Okay, so here's the thing. If a woman is working in that industries or one of those industries, she should be being friendly and personable towards people. The chances are, if she's had a short interaction with you, it's unlikely that she's certain that she knows she's attracted to you or not. So like if you just meet someone and you're a woman, you might not necessarily know if you want to have a sexual relationship with them or go on a date with them. She could feel an initial spark of some attraction, but that's really as far as it's going to go. So the real trick here is to stop looking for the signal and stop seeking permission, and instead you need to build a connection with her one-on-one outside of her job. Now the way that you do this is you choose to speak to her in a way that's different from other customers. So here's what I would do. I would comment on a part of her service or her manner. So you could say something like, I just had to say, I like how much you enthuse despite the fact you're working on a Saturday. Or I like the fact you're smiling despite the fact you're working. Or I like how you're running around here but still seem to have loads of energy. Or I like that you're really relaxed. You must have just got through the craziness of the January sales. Pay a compliment to her personality and her disposition. See if she buys into that. See if she talks to you more. Then empathize with her, relate. Say, oh man, I can imagine what it's like being in here with all these customers, being so demanding of you. You know, you do a good job to keep your head cool. Myself, I work as a blah, 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 blah. So I often find that I'm dealing with people like this on a day-to-day basis. Why I tell you to relate to her and to empathize is because I'm trying to get you to distinguish yourself from other customers that are out there. I want you to be saying to her and clearly demonstrating, I'm different. I'm not like these other people that are in this place. I'm connecting with you as an individual. If you form that individual connection, she seems happy to talk, swap names. If she swaps names and she seems comfortable, then the next logical step is to try and ask for her surname so you can add her on Facebook. This is a really compressed version of how to attract a waitress or someone who's working to you. But the point I wanted to get across within the scope of this video is just that really, again, it's less about her choosing you, more about you choosing her. So think about how you can build that connection, think about how you can demonstrate your attraction to her, and think about how you can create an opportunity to have enough conversation that it makes sense for you to swap numbers and stay in touch. Hi Hayley, I'm 17 years old. I'm an average looking guy and I really like doing sports. The only place where I talk to girls is at work and at school, and I would like to change that. I'm concerned about approaching women randomly on the streets because I find that as a teenager, age still really matters, and there's a huge difference between a 20-year-old girl and a 17-year-old guy. And unfortunately, a 3 or 4-year-old girl won't be interested in me. Many of my friends meet new girls through social media. However, this is really not my kind of thing. I prefer talking to women instead of sending them pictures, texts, etc. So my question is, what would you recommend to me? How can I meet new girls at my age? Okay, so I understand that age can be a big difference. And yes, you change a lot. I say this as someone who's gone through that window of 17, 20. I'm now in my late 20s. And what I find is every single year, my whole life attitude and perspective has completely changed. What I would say to you is, though, I'm going to give you the same advice that I give to a guy that's twice your age, which is that you want to open up as many channels to meet new people as possible. When it comes to approaching women on the streets, I wouldn't say that because you've got a slight age difference, that's necessarily a complete no-no. I don't even think you necessarily have to disclose age unless she brings it up during the first interaction. So I get what you're saying, but I would question how much of that is just a little bit of fear. Because in fact, if you are attracted to someone, particularly as a woman, if you're attracted to someone, it's not really rational a lot of the time. You're not thinking, oh, but he's 2 years younger than me. You just know that you're attracted to him. But I get there's some sensitivity there around age. Social media as well and online dating apps, they tend to work well for people that are younger, right? It really gives you that ability to connect with loads and loads of people. But I hear you that you want to meet people in real life. So where I'd be investing probably the majority of your efforts right now is in new hobbies, interests, and travel. This is going to bring you closer to many, many more people and many more awesome experiences, because right now, 17, wow. Like if I could go back to my 17-year-old self, I would tell her to be stronger, more confident, go see more of the world, be braver and be bolder and have some more experiences. So what I would think for you as a long-term life goal, maybe in your day-to-day you can take up a new sport, a new hobby or a new interest, maybe one that's kind of female orientated like yoga or dance or something where you're going to meet a lot of women doing it. I'd also be thinking, is there any place that you can travel to? Is there a extracurricular summer camp? Is there an internship that you can attend that will take you out of your immediate environment, city, give you something to build towards, something that's going to help you in other areas of your life, and inevitably bring you into contact with many, many more people? I recently just did a little tour around America and it was amazing. Still, at my grand old age, I was like, wow, this is so exciting. There's so many more people in the world that I can meet. And just being in a new environment meant that I was more spontaneous, more open to meeting people, and so organically started many more interactions. So in your day-to-day life, pick hobbies and interests that girls like, and then in your rest of your life, pick something you're passionate about, something that's going to further your career, something you're interested in, a place you've always wanted to visit, and plan to make your way there. I think from the planning of the trip to funding the trip to the people that you'll meet on the trip and on the journey, that is going to be one hell of a life experience that you'll probably never forget. Anyway, I've really enjoyed taking the questions as per normal. If you want to send them in again, you can find me on Twitter at Hayley Quinn or on Instagram at HayleyQuinnX. Also, please send me your comments on my videos. Let me know which ones you like, what you want to hear more about. Tell me, I don't know, like if you like my necklace. Whatever you want, contact me, say hello. I'm on there all day long. I'm addicted to social media just like everybody else. So contact me at Hayley Quinn on Twitter or at HayleyQuinnX on Instagram, and we'll chat more to you then. And I'll be back again next week with another couple of questions.